Good evening, everybody. Welcome to League of Extraordinary Inventors. I'm your host, Mike from Faraday Research. It is January 2nd, 2026. Welcome to the show. I got that right. I was worried I was going to say 2025. Still trying
Nice.
to get it to sink in. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody had a festive holiday, Christmas, and whatever holiday you um, have throughout this holiday week. And I've been busy. Had some issues with family and people getting sick. But other than that, we got through it, plugging away. Christmas was really good. New Year's was quiet this year, but that was okay too. And it was my brother's birthday and saw a lot of family. So yeah, I was busy all around, and I was working on my battery technology pretty much all through this holiday. So I was able to do a lot of work. So I was happy about that. And live chat is open. Anybody has any questions, comments, it'll be posted up on the live feed on the monitor. And we got our usual guests. We got Nathan, and we have Mr. Phillip, and hopefully Miss Lulu is going to show up anytime soon. I sent her the invite a couple of times there, so she's fashionably late as usual, but that's okay. How are you guys doing tonight? How was your holiday?
Good. Yeah, I'm still alive, Pat. You know, like in Young Guns.
Well, that's good.
A lot
Yeah,
of beer. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I went to some show for traditional show on the 31st. Right here, it was free, so it was great ambience. My brother came by and we went to a restaurant, a nice restaurant for breakfast in Old Montreal. Very good. I just picked it up randomly, and it was actually the best breakfast place in Old Montreal. So
Nice.
um, yeah, it's a French restaurant, but I don't go there very often. It's right next door, and I don't go there very often. But I should go there, uh, more often actually, because it's healthy food. I just eat every time I go out, I eat junk food, but maybe that's why I'm always tired. Well, I was always tired. Yeah,
But you're on the CPAP now, so you're feeling good, right?
yeah, I feel much better, and
Nice.
I feel like a young little guy again. I'm a reborn.
Reborn,
Re-
yeah. That's
yeah,
how I felt. I felt my energy when I started on the CPAP about God, it must be 5 years now, 6 years I've been on it. I would say within the first week, my energy level went up 25%
yeah.
right
Wow.
off
But
the
the
bat.
pro-
Right off the
the, the
bat.
problem is every time I wake up, I
Yeah,
wake up
but
with the mask in my hand.
yeah,
Sometimes I take it
yeah,
out while I sleep.
yeah, yeah. But you're gonna get used to it. Your body's not used to having the mask on all night. Probably it'll take you about a month or two to get used to it, and then you'll sleep all night with it. You won't even know it's on.
Oh, cool.
So it takes a little while to get used to it. Your subconscious still knows something's there.
Yeah,
So when you're sleeping, you tear it off. But anyways, that will go away. Don't worry about that. That will
cool.
just give it about a month or two, and then
I trust
you
you.
won't even know
My
it's there.
Mike's prediction. Mike's
Yeah,
horoscope.
Mike's
There you
horoscope.
go. That's horoscope. Love it.
Yeah, yeah, horror but no scope.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah,
astrology.
no,
It's a, it's
no,
not it's not a physics show tonight. It's an astrology show. You know.
yeah, yeah. Then we'll get into the mythology and all that stuff.
Mike's gonna be pulling out his magic 8 ball. Well, let me hold on a minute. Here's your prediction.
Yeah,
Nathan is gonna bring out his Ouija board and let's go.
the
Let's do
Ouija
this.
board. Yeah, Ouija board. No, we're not doing the Ouija board on this show. No way. I've seen people get involved in that stuff, and it's not good.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
know. You start. I did that. I think I said that before, but personally, but I started doing that with a friend, an old childhood friend, just to see what it was about, and at the same time, I was I was kind of, when you're young, you feel invincible, and you think that nothing can kill you and stuff like that. And so I said, well, I don't believe in God anymore, and I believe I am my own God and stuff like that, and
Target.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I'm a target.
king, and then I did a little bit of Ouija board, and then I started being over the years I started being unlucky. I had a car accident.
Yeah.
I had other stuff, but the major part is the car accident. But it was during the 2000, the year 2000, 2001, when the whole economy was crashing.
Yeah.
The internet boom was crashing and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everything everything was going bad, and one thing after another.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, I'm nothing. I'm just a. Before I thought I was God or something like that, but at the end of the day, I realized I'm nothing. I'm just a grain of salt on the beach. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you compare to yourself to the universe, you're nothing, man. So that's my conclusion. And then I started being. But I kept seeing the good things in everything, and I couldn't do competition because I used to do competition in martial arts when I was young, so I had to stop because of my head injury, and but that's why I decided to focus on mental stuff, like intellectual stuff, and start my own business and stuff.
And maybe I was gonna say maybe that jar to your head was the thing that got you going in that direction of science.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
man.
funny.
But
No,
it's like you remember Doc in Back to the Future when he knocks his head, and then he has
that's right.
the vision of the flux
The flux
capacitor.
capacitor. See?
It's the same
Exactly.
That's
thing.
great.
Just
Exactly
give
the
yourself
same
a good
thing.
shot. Just give yourself a good shot to the head, and maybe great things will happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
No, don't try this at home. Let's put
yeah,
it that
don't try
way.
this at home. Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna go out and let a car hit me.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be
Oh,
able in a
man.
wheelchair next week or something like that.
Yeah. Oh God, don't talk about wheelchairs. I had three people collapse in my building in the last 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, what a friggin' nightmare, man. Jeez, one guy had to get brain surgery today. He had an aneurysm in his brain.
Oh wow.
God.
Is he on the same floor?
Yeah, he's just a couple doors down from me.
Okay.
Older fella. He collapsed. I think he was dragging his leg when he was walking the last couple of weeks, and he never got it checked out. And then he collapsed yesterday in his apartment.
Well,
and then finally somebody found him on the floor in the washroom, and they had to take him to the hospital, and they checked him out, and it turned out his brain was bleeding. So they rushed him into Toronto today for emergency surgery. So he's going to be out for a while. And then the other guy, we have a drunk in the building, so I'm picking him up every second day. Collapsing everywhere, falling in a snowbank and passing out. Oh my God, it's just like, what the heck? I live in a mental institution here. Oh my God.
Oh, that's what you get for.
And best of all, I took a header on, when was it? It was Christmas Day. I took a header, day after Christmas Day, And yeah, I've slipped on the ice in the parking lot because they don't clean our parking lot. And, both feet flew right out from underneath me, right on my back and my hip,
Ouch.
and landed right on the ice that I slipped on. It was like a little mound.
Black
So I
ice or
had
something?
a heart, yeah, solid ice, solid
Yeah.
freaking ice. And I
Oh.
landed on it with my left hip and my back. So I was popping Advil for a couple of days after that. So even my thigh too, my left thigh's all bruised behind because
Yeah.
I'm 220 pounds and land right on my ass. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. I'm
So
300 pounds. Can you imagine me? I would probably break the ice.
you would break the ice. Hi, Lulu.
Hi, sorry I'm late. Hi.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mike was out signaling aliens are getting their revenge now.
Yeah. Oh man, what a week! What a crazy week.
You're looking good, Lulu, tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you.
vibrant, perky.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're just talking about falling on ice in the parking lot, and everybody's
No,
collapsing.
Nathan and Lulu are laughing at us.
I
Yeah, it
fell on the
was.
ice once in a parking lot. I was skiing the first time and I didn't know how to stop. And so I ended up hugging the pole like in the parking lot and I fell backwards. That was the only way I could stop, you know. But yeah, like my God. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
as long as you don't stick your tongue to a freezing metal pole, you're good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hit a tree snowboarding once.
Oof.
Yeah,
That
and
sucks.
Oh,
then I had another incident. I was this going back years ago. I was probably in my mid-20s. We go up to one of the big mountains north of where I live for a day of snowboarding, and we're going down one last run. No, it was about midday. It happened. Sorry, and I'm going down. I'm doing my thing. I go over a jump. I didn't quite land it, so I landed with my snowboard in front of me. I landed on my ass, not realizing my buddy was about 10 feet behind me. He goes off the jump, turns the snowboard sideways, and hits me right across my shoulders at the back.
That sucks.
He knocks me, no word of a lie, a good 10 feet further down the hill. And I'm like, oh, I can't breathe. I'm like, he just knocked the wind right out of me, right? And he went, all I remember is him going flying over my head and him doing a face plant right on the snow, right? And I don't know if he got it worse than me. I think he got a slight concussion out of that one. So the next scene, right after that accident, we're at the bar. We're at the bar pounding back beers. Yeah, I'm 25, 26 years old at the time. We're pounding beers at the bar. I'm in so much pain. My buddy is like dizzy. And then, so anyways, the end of the day comes up. We do our rest of our snowboarding, and then we got to drive home. And we get on the.
you were drunk or?
No, I was sober by then. This
Okay.
was like a long day. Like we didn't stop snowboarding till late evening. So we
Okay.
get in the car. We're driving home. Then we hit a snowstorm on the way home. In the dark on the 400 coming back, and I'm like this. My eyes are like right at the windshield looking because.
Did you have your winter tires at least?
Oh yeah. Like I had winter tires, but it was snowing hard.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like this at the windshield. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get home like this, right?
So
And my
great.
buddy's beside me and he goes, man, I don't feel so good. I think I got a concussion. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was a funny day. Yeah, he did. He got a slight concussion from that collision.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was brutal.
Yeah, it's not funny, a concussion or a head injury. It's you get tired every time you do mental efforts. You read something or
Yeah.
then you get tired, so it's a nightmare.
Yeah, you get
So-
long-term health effects from that.
Yeah. No, I'm good, but I still cannot get hit on the head despite all the shit I've been involved. I got involved in the past. I'm not gonna talk about, but I was looking for trouble. Let's put it that way. And I had it. I was served, but I shouldn't do that. Anyway,
So I guess we'll get into things here. Philip, did you do any experiments over the holidays, or?
No experiments, but two things. Um, I met somebody on the my WhatsApp group. Um, she's from Netherlands. Well, that's what she says. You can't believe everything that people say these days. But she claims to be from the Netherlands, and she claims she didn't study science, and yet she fixed all my equations. She fixed everything. I now I have the math to predict everything I measured, everything I was talking about lately. The asymmetric magnet weight experiment and the free fall experiment. I didn't have. I had like approximation to the correct order of magnitude, but there was still missing. I was not exactly spot on. The maths, the measurement were not matching properly. But she corrected me, and she now the mathematics are spot on, and I, the mathematics predicts the what I observed perfectly fine, like correctly, and it's incredible, man. She claims she didn't study science. Yeah, right. She corrected everything I did, and now everything is spot on. And I submitted the paper for peer review. We wrote the paper, and I submitted it to Advanced High Energy Physics. So it's gonna take some time until I get an answer, but a month or something like that. But at least it's moving forward. And but I don't know where she's coming from. She's probably. I keep telling her that I bet she's a double agent, like in 007. You know the movies, the James Bond movies. She's a double agent pretending to be somebody, but
Yeah,
something
Agent
like that.
Couture.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, I was talking earlier before. I've been on the holidays. I've been working on my solid state matrix for my solid state battery cells. So I've been putting them on petri dishes and doing the prototypes. I got 3 cells working right now, and they're working fantastic. So I'm waiting for this other material to come in. It's a polymer type material. So I've used an alternative, but it's not working the way I wanted to. So unfortunately, the only place I can get it at a half-ass decent price is from China. So I got it on order now. So I'm hopefully going to get it in mid January. I hope. So as soon as I get that, then I've got everything I need. About brand new electrical spinning mixing device that also has the hot plate, so I can heat it and spin it at the same time. Actually, I think I put a short there on my YouTube channel. So I got that so I can mix everything together. And after I mix it, then I pour it into the petri dishes, let them set, and boom, you got your solid state electrolyte polymer. So
I just want to say something else. The second, my second bullet point. All right, it's very simple. The nonsense of JR, general relativity, the mathematical framework, or the EFE, or the Einstein frame equation, or whatever you want to call it. Listen to me very clearly. If, according to JR, you can calculate the time dilation factor based on the energy density. So time dilation can be calculated from the energy density. It's it's not core factor. It can be calculated from other stuff. So how can it be a fourth dimension at the same time if you can calculate it from the energy density? It makes no sense. So it's redundant. You know what I mean? The Einstein field equation makes no sense. The fourth dimension and the space-time continuum and all that nonsense is ridiculous. Because again, you calculate the time factor from the energy density, so it's like gravity. You know, you calculate the gravitational force from the energy differential. So gravity is a side effect. So time dilation is a side effect as well. So the core factor is the energy density. You know what I mean?
So, Philip, if it's a side reaction, then technically it's not a force.
Yeah,
Not a
exactly.
fundamental
It's not a
force.
fundamental force.
Uh-uh. Yeah, I agree with you. Not.
Yeah, you agree with me on that?
It's emergent.
Yeah,
It's a when you give it the conditions to say create an anti-gravity effect, the gravity itself is not a force. I would say it's a constant,
It's like a
more
sum of.
like it.
It's like a sum of its parts.
Yeah. So I think that's where a lot of people think it. Oh, it's a graviton. It's an actual
yeah,
particle.
exactly.
It's nothing.
Not a
It's
chance.
nothing.
Yeah,
It's nothing.
yeah,
It's like trying to find zero in moving space. It's like where Nikola Tesla, way back in 1880s, he said if you could find the universal zero or ground point in time or in space, okay, so you could have this handkerchief. Okay, we're traveling about 200,000 kilometers per second throughout the universe. That's how fast we're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
We don't feel it because we're in a relative space on this planet. So we don't feel that actual speed that we're traveling throughout the universe. Okay, if you were able to find the 0 point or the universal constant of zero, this handkerchief would take out all of Toronto. That's how much power would be in this handkerchief. That's how much energy would be in this handkerchief. If you threw it off the train and it went to dead stop zero, it would make like a nuclear blast, this handkerchief. So gravity is the same way. It's a universal 0 point. And if you're able to have equilibrium with that 0 point of gravity, you'll have the effects of being weightless. There's no weight there. The inertia and all that stuff goes to zero. So that's why when you see these UFOs, they could go screaming down down the highway and all of a sudden make a 90-degree turn. Now, under normal circumstances, if you were in that craft doing a 90-degree turn at the half the speed of light, you would turn to liquid. You would vaporize.
It'd be spaghetti.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're canceling things out to zero, the effects of what they call gravity, it's a side reaction of a 0 point of the dielectric constant.
yeah, exactly.
And I posted, I posted on my channel, Ken Wheeler was talking about ether physics right at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave you guys the link for it.
Uh-huh.
Watch that video. Very, very informative. It's one of his latest videos. It was just before Christmas. I think he posted, I think, a day or two before Christmas. Got to watch the video. It's probably
Yeah,
still.
well, watch it, but it doesn't have any diagrams or it's not like a PowerPoint presentation. At least when you have
Right.
something
Yeah, I
important
wish
to
he would
say.
do that. Yeah, I wish he
Yeah.
would do that. But he has written actually a few books
Oh
on
yeah.
this. So, and even like Steinmetz, he was on to the same thing. He didn't go as deep into the magnetics as Wheeler has, but um, Steinmetz was definitely onto it because he was talking about having the two power cables at the cross section, and then he's showing all the dielectric force lines and the magnetic force lines relative to the power lines. What happens when a huge amount of current goes in? When a huge amount of current goes through, the lines actually pull together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you have too much current, what happens is you have so much dielectric density in between those wires. Guess what happens? You get a runaway, it explodes because you can only cram so much dielectric energy in a small given space. When the energy density gets so high, there's no room. You cannot condense it anymore. And that's when you get the blast. That's when you get the runaway, when the insulation on the cabling fails and you get the lightning bolt shooting out the side of it. That's because of the dielectric density. That's why the lines are designed to be on, like they're built with slack. They're slack in the lines. So under high demand and that increase in the magnetic field between those two power lines, it allows the power lines to actually get pulled together.
Isn't it also like weather related as well? In the winter, they
Um,
condense. In the summer, they expand. Just because of it.
a little bit, but that's just the effects are just nominal compared to the actual effect of the power going through it. Because the higher amperage you have going through a line, the greater the magnetic energy density between those lines of force. So when you got two of them hitting each other, then they're going to want to pull each other in because the magnetic force is so high, right? But like I said, you can only fit so much in the candy jar until it starts overflowing. So when you cram too much density together, that's when you get the runaway, and that's why the power lines will fail.
Well, they also put anti-sway on long distances for that reason too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, and this was stuff that Steinmetz had to figure out before they started building these high voltage, high, long distance power lines, because you can't be fixing them every 3 days if something goes wrong. So they had to design them properly. So they had to know what would happen under high load, under low load. You know, how to make the cables, how far to put the cables away from each other. They got those round disc things that you see hanging. Those are insulators. A lot of it's made of glass. Glass is a very good dielectric, right? That was the only way to separate the line from the rest of the pole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was all part of Steinmetz engineering. Without that, we wouldn't have the power line transmission that we have today. So you can thank Steinmetz for all that.
Oh yeah, talking about power lines. Apparently, the electric industry in general are going back to DC
Yes,
over
I
AC.
heard about. Yeah, I watched that video.
Yeah, because
See,
100 years ago we didn't have the technology we have these days to optimize everything, but now DC is more efficient than AC.
Why?
exactly. And what have I been preaching for the last 2 years or 3 years? Decentralized power grid. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yeah,
I guess it doesn't leave room for the all ones. Well, it's like what you got. Like it's all ones. What you gonna do? There's no more zeros and ones and fluctuation. Like AC, like the alternative current versus a direct current. So it's a one direct line. Yeah.
Well, for power transmission on an AC power line, that's fine and dandy. But look what's happening now. These massive data centers are being built. They're building one, I believe, in Texas near you, Lulu, that it's going to need the equivalent of one nuclear power station just to run this data center.
What are they gonna create? Like a fusion reactor somewhere close?
No, they're just going to create a regular fission reactor and use that specifically to run that data center. These things, the power demand of these data centers are off the charts. We're going to need more than double the amount of power available right now that we have right now. In 10 years, we're going to have to double that in order to accommodate the amount of power needed for these data centers. They're building one here in Toronto right now that's about 40 minutes away from where I live. And
Not if they knew what we know, then they wouldn't have to, like on if they're gonna use
well,
the old method electricity, yeah, great. But if they want to
well,
use, a different
see,
kind of electricity,
see,
then
if they're going to start grabbing all this power off the public power line system, guess what happens? You're going to have start rolling blackouts through all the homes throughout the whole region just to keep those power, what do you call data centers running. They'll prioritize those data centers before you, me, and Philip. Screw us. We're nothing. Those
oh,
data centers have to stay running.
Yeah,
They
but
don't.
they also
that's
said,
part of the security though, right? Like because the data center, if it uses the public grid, then it can be tapped into, and then they can actually know retrieve information just through that circuit because it's on the public thing. But if they generate their own electricity, then and they don't ever tap into the
Right.
public grid, then we don't know what these things are,
So,
be,
like for
you
example,
know.
the one they're building by you, Lulu, they estimate it's going to take 1 gigawatt of power to run that data center.
Oh.
That's basically a whole nuclear power station specifically for that data center. That's
But
how much more
they,
power.
they have to have like wind turbines to substitute. They can't put a load on, the public in order to,
No, it'd have to be a
accommodate
separate.
a commercial data center, It's not like a government data center. It's a commercial one. It's like it's for
okay,
profit.
well, hold on,
And,
just so you guys know, they're required to build the power station to power that, plus
mm,
10 to 20% extra power for the things around it. That's what
Oh yeah.
happens when you build a data
Well,
center. So they're
and
required to put in the power. You're not going to get pulled from the grid.
okay.
yeah, which is a good thing. That's a good law to have. But the other thing too is how long does it take to build a nuclear power station or
You
any
know,
power
I'm
station?
but I'm like thinking,
Years.
how much information is going to be running through the magnetic field just from the servers in the data center?
Oh yeah.
Did you like, that's a wave frequency. The magnetic field is a separate entity than the electric field, than the gravity field. The magnetic field is on its own. So it still carries, data that it touches, like it goes into its field, it crosses like
Yeah, well, they,
tunneling.
they, they can they can read your monitor by because the monitor emits a magnetic field, and they can. There's a way to read a computer monitor with some device if you walk nearby the computer.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the device, but I know it's possible.
Yeah.
So I guess it's something similar you're talking about, Lulu.
What do you
Well,
mean?
there's a lot of happening.
Oh,
There's a lot of
well,
tools out there.
no, it's not. Well, yet it's something similar, but not. I'm talking about the ambient magnetic field.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
To
same thing.
Yeah,
like to the neighboring
sure.
communities. It's
Sure.
that's frequencies, energies that it's going through. Whatever the
Watch the cancer go up.
yeah, like it's different kind of data that's being transmitted through humans, through people, so they have to understand how the magnetic field works
Yeah.
and what trajectory, and build it away from so let's say if this is the town and this is the data center, and the magnetic field is going like that, then you don't put the data center, you put it, you don't put it right there, you put it right there, because then it will be away from the
Yeah.
population.
You just don't build a home right beside a high voltage power line. It's stupid. You're gonna
Yeah.
have all that RF, parasitic magnetic energies going through your house. You might as well just build your house and right in front of a friggin' radar on a battleship and just let it blast you, because that's basically what's happening. Like I was watching a guy's video last week. He had one of those RF spectrum analyzers, and he went beside one of those cell phone towers. It was emitting 1,400% over the IEEE standard for RF emissions. So that means our government is allowing these carriers to broadcast RF frequencies 1,400% above the acceptable RF emissions.
I did that. I went to Albuquerque, and one of on their mountains. Like I took one of my art, like the little device I had, like it had an antenna
Yeah.
and it reads
Yeah,
the yeah. And there was a
yeah,
university there. Also, they asked me, "Are you part of a university?" And I said, "No, I'm self-taught." And I wanted to, and I videotaped it.
yeah.
And like the ratings on it, they're off the charts. And yeah,
They're off the charts.
yeah.
You might as well just have, a radar countermeasures dish right in front of your face and just blast it into you, because that's what they're doing.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
I bet.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We noticed
What's
you.
cracking?
How was your holidays, Ben?
Pretty peaceful. Yeah, pretty chill. How about you guys?
A little chaotic for me, but I got through it.
Oh,
Me,
Superhero Mike was pulling drunks out of the ice.
Yeah, I was picking up drunks, people collapsing around my building. I took a slip on the ice day after
Mike had his
Christmas.
cape on.
Here's my hip. Yeah,
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Damn.
it's crazy.
Fireworks. Like,
A little
Oh.
craziness.
yeah.
At least it calmed down, hopefully.
Yeah, next week back to work, back to the normal,
routine.
back to the normal routine. Yeah, I've just been working on my projects all through the holidays. I'm glad I was able to get a lot done. So
That's great.
got 3 prototype cells working now, and they're working good. Just waiting for some specific materials I need for my project in order to kind of take it up a notch. So I just have to wait for the stupid shipping. What can I do? All comes from China, so I gotta wait.
Yeah, that sucks, but at least you're making progress.
Yeah, I have. Really have. Doing some really cool stuff and a lot of research too. I spent a good 3.5 hours last night just watching the latest stuff out of CTAL in China. There, some of their latest sodium cells, and some of their electrolyte stuff. There's a university out in BC that are working on some cell technology. They made some big grounds on their stuff, and just watching a lot of like lectures on electrolyte engineering and electrochemistry. So yeah, I put my time to good use.
You're right up Martin Fleischman's alley there, Mike.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
soon he's
just
gonna
his
bust
alley.
out the palladium and deuterium.
Come out with the flux capacitor, man. Do some time. Yeah.
So Ben, did you invent a machine to levitate a bottle of beer to next to you or something?
I have my theory, but you know me, I don't really like to talk about anti-gravitics. It gets me a little on it.
Yeah, just like a side project or something like that. Oh, by the way,
But
all
email
of you
me,
ain't
email
that
me,
guys.
and I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
He said he put some aluminum under it, put some AC under it, and then the beer shoots across the room at him and he catches it in midair. You go, yeah, I got my anti-gravity right there for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Delivering my beer.
Yeah, priorities.
Hey,
I'm
if
just
you
gonna-
have them,
I'm just gonna scoot out for a quick smoke. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Be good.
Oh, it's the Wolf Moon. Look, you didn't hear me. It's tonight. It's called the Wolf Moon.
the wolf.
It's one of the biggest moons of the year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll have to check
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah, so it's really cool. If you go outside, it's huge. Like it's huge. And I was thinking of doing the second half of the, our show like outside, just to like have it as a backdrop. It's really pretty. So if you have a chance to.
Oh, that's what you were watching before the show. Or?
No, this is outside for real.
Yeah, but did you see the moon before the show already?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
verifying. Did you
Yeah,
see
you
it?
verified.
Because I don't want to go outside that cold if I don't see the moon.
Exactly.
No, no. Tonight, or at least in Texas, it's not that cold. It's not gonna
Look,
go.
you're gonna be seeing my moon if it's not big enough, because we're gonna fix that problem while we're out there.
That's
Like
why
no,
you don't
this.
wear a kilt.
Okay, well, no, this particular moon has a special significance. I know like before I got into all this, like intricate science and anti-gravity and, like all the cool stuff. Like the last time there was a wolf moon, I saw a TR-3B, that triangle aircraft, but I didn't know then what that was. I just thought it was like an amazing thing, in the sky. But
Oh, you
that
saw one?
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, but it was, before I kind of knew anything of anything, like it was like I saw something anomalous, but I didn't know how to explain it. But it was on a also a wolf moon, so that's why,
Nice.
yeah. So maybe tonight I might see another one. I don't know if it had anything
That'd
to
be
do with that.
nice. I wish I lived in a place where you can see stuff like that, but there's too much crap in the way.
Instead of seeing a witch flying on her broom and during the moonlight, you're gonna see a TR-3B.
Well, I'm just saying that's the last time I saw one was during the exact same moon. So
Yeah,
um,
that's pretty romantic. TR-3B during the full moon.
This
yeah.
is romantic after you see a UFO. I guess it could be. You can interpret
I mean,
it
I
that
don't
way.
know. Like last
mean-
time, I had like the whole family go outside, and I made a party. And, I got the telescope with the kids, and I wore a wolf coat, like a real wolf coat, and we sat outside, and I'm like, you guys need to howl at the moon, and so everybody was howling at the moon, and then all of a sudden this thing appears. So I don't know. Like you tell me, but that's what happened.
Sounds like a great night out. So
Nice.
we all
No,
got
no.
drunk and out at the moon, and here comes this anti-gravity crap.
I swear to God, this was in my backyard. It wasn't out. This was in my home.
love it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what happened.
I do that
Nice.
too, but they don't show up for me because I do it naked.
You're a naturalist.
Yeah, naturalist. When you bark at the moon, you can't have clothes on. Come on.
No, man, like you,
Ben's
like
waiting to transform into the wolf, man. He's like, I'm ready. That's great.
yeah, but yeah.
I hope it's not minus 13 like it is for Phil. That would really
I know,
suck.
that's so cold over there, Phil.
I used to be colder, man. I can't complain. It used to be minus 30 right now by at that time.
Is that
January
not including the wind
1st.
chill?
Sorry?
Is that not including the wind chill factor?
Yeah, exactly. Without the wind is minus 13.
Wow.
But it used to be colder than that. When I was young, it was minus 30, so easily at that time, or minus 40. So without the wind, so imagine with the wind.
Yeah, it's 20 degrees here, and it's plenty cold for me. I can't stand it.
I grew up the first part of my life in Romania, so I grew up in the
wow.
cold.
Yeah,
like,
that's cold over there.
Oh yeah, like it's called Bucharest. Their city. Yeah, so I lived in the cold, and then later on in life, I lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for like 3.5 years, and that was cold. Talk about like negative wind chills. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right
Wisconsin,
yeah, like right on the lake. That's cold, like freezing cold. There's
Yeah,
no-
20 degrees isn't bad for most people. I'm not used to it still. I'm from the South, man. I can't get used to the cold. I don't know why. Not
Yeah,
enough
that's
time.
why I used to live in San Diego, and that's why I came back here. I was missing the cold temperature.
San Diego's probably nice right now. It's probably still, 70s, 60s? Yeah. I'm in California, man. It's still nice outside, even though it's raining.
I know.
It's still warmer
Did you
than
have
where you guys are.
Didn't you guys had the flood or something like that in Northern California?
Yeah, well, they keep trying to wash that place away, but God never gets it done.
Yeah.
Water on it.
He needs a great flood or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Trying to wash the filth off the concrete over there. He's like, it's not working. You know what I mean? If you're spraying it down, it's just not getting clean.
I wonder when California is just gonna break off from the rest of the continent.
See, what was the
soon-
movie like?
That would be the end of humanity. That's it. Like, it breaks off. Like, it's not just California that breaks off. That's it. Everything, the
Oh yeah,
the
Escape from. You remember the movie Escape from L.A. with Kurt Russell?
Yeah, it becomes like a rogue state.
Yeah.
Oh, you more like the San Andreas, that movie, where it just cracked and just got rid of it.
Oh yeah, I remember
That would be our best. That would be our best thing right there. Just forget it ever existed. You know what I
Just
mean?
float away.
That part. Yeah. Well, they tried to they tried to take it down with fire. They tried to take it down with earthquakes. Then they tried a tsunami. God keeps raining on it. It's like it just won't go away. And they're trying.
It keeps coming back alive,
Yeah.
It's like the meme, remember the meme with the in the Simpsons. You remember the Simpsons? There's a bar that Homer goes in, and I forgot the name of the bartender, but he always throws out Bernie, like the drunk guy. He always throws him out. And
Oh,
then
Mo.
he
Yes.
does that, and then he pops up back in the bar, coming out of nowhere. He tries to get rid of him, and he keeps coming back. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, The Simpsons made predictions that it came true. There was an episode years ago that Donald Trump was going to become president.
Yeah, that one.
He
Yeah.
became president.
Oh, that's great.
Like, it was
Yeah, how long
stuff.
before that actually happened did that episode
It
air?
was 12 or 15 years before.
Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy. And it was exactly the same with the kids on the scaffolding, like looking on, and
Yep.
like it was
Yeah, there was a
crazy
whole
how
bunch of
identical it was.
I see that on Facebook on the Reels. They'll show an episode that aired like in the mid 90s. And then, 10, 15, almost 20 years later, it comes true.
Yeah.
It's really creepy.
It's almost like they're prepping us,
Well,
normalizing certain things.
maybe they already know the series of events that are going to happen, and they just give these little tips.
Yeah.
Through a certain media, like a cartoon, and with these crazy ideas, like Donald
It's impossible. Yeah,
what if it was already a deployed AI, predictive AI in this format of The Simpsons?
Well, I'll
in the
put it to you
90s,
this
they didn't
way.
have AI.
What if we just didn't know of it?
No, there
until
was
recently.
AI. There was AI as early as 1979 that I know.
Yeah, that's true, because oftentimes the technology, by the time it reaches the mainstream market, it's already been experimented with and used in the private sector for years.
George Norrie on Coast to Coast, he did an interview. I forget the guy's name. It's Bill something, but he was the guy who built the very first CMOS chip. And he was developing that for, like Commodore back then, and the PET, remember the Commodore PET, and all those original CMOS chip semiconductors. He was developing this stuff in the mid 70s. So apparently the story is that he got called one day to get involved in a black project. He claims by, I believe it was 1990, he actually witnessed a humanoid robot AI system, like Optimus that they have now, the Tesla Optimus. He's seen that in 1990. How many years ago?
But not the real Optimus, right?
Yeah,
we didn't get the Transformers version. We got
not the
crappy
Prime
Tesla version. We got screwed.
There's not more that meets the eye here.
Yeah.
That's like 36 years ago.
That car still can't drive
Yeah,
itself. That's terrible.
So-
That's since the 1970s to do it. That's even worse.
Yeah, so it just kind of proves the depth of some of these black projects. If they had AI in the 1990s, they must have general intelligence by now in a black project right now, and we don't know.
You think so?
I actually I would put money on it that they do have it, and it's
If they have some kind of synthetic consciousness that's, got like a robotic frame that it can interact with the environment, if it's all like humanoid and functional, it's probably locked in a basement somewhere, like,
yeah,
miles underneath the ground, underneath
for
top
sure.
security.
But what is its influence on the world right now? Has it made contact with the outside world? Is it manipulating what's going on in global events? This AI stuff, man. You thought the internet was bad? AI is definitely the Pandora's box.
They actually make them as gray aliens and give them probes to go out to the world.
Hey, who knows?
I can't wait that day we're gonna invent the boys. The boys like a cube that goes faster than light.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember that show when I was younger. Remember that show V?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Visitors.
That was awesome.
I didn't see the original, but I saw the remake. That was great.
Yeah, the original was good. I was watching that. Was in the late '80s, early '90s.
I think that one had survived a lot longer than the remake was only like 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah,
all remake they turned to crap because for some reason they.
Are you talking about the Vendetta dude? Are you guys talking about the Vendetta dude?
Oh no, that's something else.
It's like Knight Rider remake and that turned to crap, and a whole bunch of like even the games on Euro Tournament. It was so awesome before the game on Euro Tournament back in the late '90s, and now they changed the avatars for monsters. It's like, come on, man! Oh, it's so ridiculous. Oh, most of the remakes they screw it up so badly. Who hires these guys? That decides the storyline of these remakes.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're doing it with Quantum Leap right now. Yeah, and then they're gonna do a Stargate, and I hope to God they don't screw that up.
I tried watching the Quantum Leap, and I couldn't. It just wasn't. I don't know. I didn't get into it.
I watched maybe the first episode. It sounded cool.
Did you guys?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that movie Lucy that I told you guys to watch?
That's good. Yeah,
that's a good movie, man. I like that.
They're working on a sequel to that. You know that, right?
Oh, are they? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Luke Besson, I believe. He's so good with his. He made The Fifth Element, and he's so great.
Yep, Fifth Element was another great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spielberg's putting out that new one, Disclosure. It's coming out in the summer.
Yeah. He's supposed to work on a new Terminator movie as well, but I hope he's not going to screw it up.
Oh no, not another. Oh my God,
I've seen Lucy, but very long time ago.
No, it wasn't. No, it's a pretty new movie, Lucy. It's only about maybe 6 years old, 5 years old.
Is it this one?
I can't really see it or anything.
Yep, that's one.
Yeah, it's got Scarlett Johansson, I think.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's.
Well, that's in 2014.
Oh, really? It's that old? I thought it was that old. Yeah, that's a great movie, man. You got to watch that.
I've seen that a long time ago.
I could watch that over and over again. I thought that movie was the shit.
I thought The Matrix was the,
Matrix is another one of my favorites.
I think the Matrix, I memorized it word for word. Like I could like recite it word for word. That's how many times I watched that movie.
Yeah, the first two Matrix were the best.
Yeah.
It's always the first ones are the best, and then the remakes they're kind of it's like Fast and Furious. The first one was the best, and then the remakes were 2 and 3 were kind of maybe the Florida one was good too. I think that was the third.
In the Fast and the Furious, like Vin Diesel, I never liked him as an actor, And it wasn't until a lot later down the road I actually like him as an actor now for some stupid reason. But in the beginning, I thought he was going to disappear. I thought he was disappear.
Yeah, but when one. Have you noticed The Rock is like put in place for all the new movies? He's always there. It's like you always see The Rock, and Dwayne Johnson and all the new
Oh,
movies.
you know how much money he's worth now? He's like one of the highest paid actors in the world now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You know what? For the Fast and Furious, number 3 was Tokyo Drift, which is absolutely S movie because of the actor they put in there.
Oh yeah, there was the one in Florida was the second one or the fourth one.
The second one, I didn't care for the second one at all. They got to the fourth one is when they went to Mexico, and then they went through all the tunnels and everything.
In Havana, you mean in Havana, Cuba?
That wasn't 4. That's got to be 5.
Okay.
That's when The Rock showed up, I think.
Oh, okay. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it's the first one when he showed up, and then they stole that safe and ran it through the town, and just broke every building in the world. And they're like, "There's no way this thing does that," but it looks so cool, so I'm gonna buy in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe a lot of that was actually practical effect too, wasn't it? When they dragged that shit, I think so.
That's insane. Like,
yeah, I know. I don't know how they did that. I think from what I remember, some of it was practical effect, and they actually dragged some of that shit. But I don't know. The way they do those special effects is absolutely incredible. I mean, The Matrix too. They built a whole highway for that one scene.
Oh wow. Nice.
John Wick is pretty cool too. I mean, watch the first one.
I mean, I loved it, but I just can't still put my head around that he would go through all of this over a dog. I know dogs are special, and some people, for them, it's like their kids, but I don't know. He destroyed how many countries?
That was only the first movie, though. The rest of it was all about they're going to kill him now, so now he's going to kill everybody in his way. So that was his motivation after the dog. So then it made more sense.
Well, yeah. No, Keanu Reeves is one of my favorite actors. I think he's a very talented actor.
And he's Canadian.
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
Yeah. No, Vancouver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Vancouver.
I was pretty sure he was from Toronto, but
no, he's from Vancouver.
Okay, but Justin Bieber is from Toronto. Is that it?
No, outside of Toronto. He's in the Blues.
So
Phil, I didn't know you were a believer.
I got in the wrong line. It said Bieber.
I don't understand.
He said, "I'm going in."
I don't understand.
Got in there, it was just all wrong.
I drove. We went on a
barely
road trip.
listen to his music. I barely listen to his music like Drake. It's so boring. It's how can kids listen to that? You know, why can kids listen to go back to Metallica, Tool, and all these bands? You know, why are they listening to Drake and Bieber?
Yeah. I spent an afternoon.
I agree.
Yeah, we went on a road trip. We were traveling all the way out to Godrich, which is on the east side of Lake Superior. So we drove through. It was a good trip. It was about 3.5 hour drive, and we stopped in Bieber's hometown, the Walk of Fame where Bieber.
Oh yeah.
It's like Memphis. When you go to Memphis, the middle Memphis city in Ontario, is that it?
Yeah, it's like a boony town. It's like if you sneezed, you would miss it, and it's like it's like dated. Like even all the buildings in the downtown area where he lives, it's like probably like 1940s, architecture. It just like the whole place looks so dated. Yeah.
Like Justin Bieber is like the singer for the kids, right? The little, like that's okay. All right.
But just
like Britney Spears,
30 seconds listening to his songs. It really sucks. It's not good at all. There's no talent there, you know.
I can see Phil meeting Justin Bieber at some like special event. And you're like, hey, you're Justin Bieber, right? You know your music sucks. Just tell it to him straight up. You suck, bro.
And I told the girl at some point. I met a girl that she was talking about. Drake is coming to play in Montreal. I want to see him. Oh, I really want to see him. And I told her Drake. I spent like 5 seconds listening to his songs on YouTube. Oh man, he really sucks. And then I told her, how can you listen to that? I don't understand. There's no talent at all. Yeah. What's up with that?
Not like
they want to see him in concert, and you're just like, "There's no talent."
It's like
because it's like a social media approved whatever, like singer, or they're approved by the social media. Like, you find so many more talented people, but they're not famous because they're not.
Just because it's new, if everybody freaks out, and you just have to show something new, and everybody's gonna freak out and turn upside down just because it's new.
I just see all the talent right now. They're just glorified lip syncers, and that's all they are. There's no talent. They don't even write their music.
Yeah.
The only one that I would say modern that actually is a real musician and actually writes music, and she's actually written music for like Katy Perry and a whole bunch of other girls, is, believe it or not, the one that I actually like, Lady Gaga. She writes music. She's a fantastic singer. She's a pianist. She can play instruments. She is a real musician.
Yeah, wasn't she a ghostwriter for a while before she got into the spotlight?
Who, Lady Gaga?
Yeah, I believe she ghostwritten a few songs.
I like her music. I've her. Yeah, she's got really.
You know what? She's got a couple really good songs, but what I really like about is her background. She can write music. Okay, she's done it for Katy Perry and a bunch of other girls. Britney Spears, I think she wrote a few songs. So she's a songwriter. She can play the piano. She's a professional pianist. She actually can make music. She's not just a girl that reads lines on a teleprompter to music that's already prefabbed. She actually creates music. That's why I like her, because she's actually a real musician. And you don't find many like her anymore.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that she's half naked in all of her videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's just good marketing skills.
Yeah, to catch up for the usually they do that to compensate. Yeah. Usually they do that to compensate for the lack of talent. They put naked girls to compensate for the lack of talent.
Oh man, I better get me some because I got a big.
Not all the time. Like, I mean, think of Madonna. Wait. Think of Madonna. I mean, Madonna is one of the most talented, but like she spent her whole career being naked, so I don't,
She never wrote any of her songs. They were all done for her.
Somebody is doing that for her.
Engineered.
Oh, like Cher, so old, so naked, so bad. Like it was acceptable at one time. You gotta stop.
Cher's like almost 80 years old now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I read somewhere, and Madonna's mother is from Montreal, actually. I think it's her mother.
Well, Madonna is Italian background. I know that.
Why am I getting a feeling that, like the saying goes, all roads lead to where? Canada instead of Rome? A topic we're talking about. It's
all roads lead to Canada, but everybody ends up in the United States. Everybody with that wants to make money ends up in the United States at the end of the day. So they might. Who wants to live the Canadian dream? It's minus 40 here.
Like 4 months a year, they want to live it. And that's about
it. Yeah, it's like friggin' minus 12 at my place right now. Colder than hell.
Or at best, all these immigrants, they come to Canada temporarily because they all want to move to the United States at the end of the day.
you know, okay, like economics set aside, I mean, it's beautiful up there. You know, like the nature,
Oh
you
God,
know,
best parks.
yeah, like it's got to
Like
be
there,
so like serene up there.
actually, where Bernie lives, I honestly, I would live in Alberta. After I did that trip through Banff in August, my God, you know what? Get me the hell out of Ontario. I will live there. It is that beautiful. Like
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
big
beautiful,
on.
the Lake Louise and all that.
Oh my God. Like I'm really big on that stuff now that I'm older. I really love my national parks.
Hmm.
And going through there last summer, oh man, just completely opened my eyes. I'm like, man, I gotta live here at some point, or at least
Me, it's funny.
be close.
It's funny. I really want to go back living on the beach like I used to be. That's my obsession. I can't get it out of my head.
You're a beach boy, beach bum.
Yeah,
The beaches are crowded with tents now. It's not the
yeah,
same.
All
but
the migrants, all the
Yeah.
migrants are living there.
Well, migrants, homeless, everything is right there on the beach. You know what I mean?
I
yeah,
heard
but San Diego is
I heard-
cleaner.
I heard San
Uh,
Francisco's really bad now. I went to San Francisco when I did my trip to California, and yeah,
they
I heard
crap on the streets over there.
I told you, God tried to wash it away. It just didn't work. They even cleaned it up for, who was it, China or somebody that came in. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's worse. I mean, who gets a map where they poop? I mean, they literally give you a map where they pooped on the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like that's your afternoon, you know what I mean?
It's
that
like
you get
X
to
marks
watch
the
while you-
spot.
the poop, avoid all the poop
You're
stations.
sitting there getting your grape and your little square of toast for $200, and then there's this guy pooping right in front of you. That's your entertainment. Yeah,
I guess it
it's
gives you
bad.
a new meaning for
like
the
there's
definition of pirate
no
booty.
there's
don't even
no
have
like
to
a
go to
law
the
for
States to see that.
public
I can see that here in
indecency.
Toronto.
They don't arrest them.
What do you
Gavin
mean they don't
Newsom
know?
doesn't arrest them.
You're just defecating in
It's
the
a
streets.
sanctuary
Yeah, they have a map.
city. It's a sanctuary city.
Oh,
They
what?
protect them.
Oh my God.
I'm
If
not
you
joking
wait,
with you.
do
Go
they
look it up.
do they hand out the map to you? Like if you're entering the area,
all-
do they
okay.
hand you the map?
No, it's online. So as soon as you go on there, every time they poop or something, it'll be a mark on there, and it'll be like, "Bing!" You know what I mean? And it's like all over the place. Like this is defecation here.
Is
here,
it like the
here.
little poop
And you'll see in
emoji
a big
with the
line.
smiley face?
You're joking, right? Or this is for
I'm
real?
not joking.
He's not joking. I
You
swear to
think
God,
they-
this is probably real.
You know what? I would figure they would do something like this for a dog.
It was meant
I
to
believe it,
humiliate the
man.
city, is what it was.
And this is
They
in the
built the
United
app to
States,
humiliate the city.
and they're allowing.
Wow.
Oh,
That's creepy. That's bad.
Welcome to 2026, Lulu.
And
In
Philip
your
wants
poop
to
maps.
move there.
Okay,
No,
tourists,
not
before
in
you
San
go out,
Francisco,
grab your
San
poop
Diego.
maps.
I just can't wrap my mind around it. Like even third world countries like hold people accountable for public indecency. You know, like or pooping in the street or this. You're talking about like a city in the United States.
Now,
Yeah.
San
And
Francisco, look.
they're letting it
it's-
happen.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. They put all the tents out there, and then the homeless went in the tents, right? So where do you think they're going to the bathroom? Like they tried to put porta potties up there, but none of them use it. So they just
Yeah,
go
'cause they
out in the middle of the street and let loose.
Listen,
I mean-
things happen in California that just don't happen anywhere else on the
Yes.
planet.
Yes, now you understand. Like nothing shocks you anymore. You're like, I lived in California. Oh, nothing shocking that guy.
I've heard many stories from Nathan and many of my family members who live there.
Yeah.
Well, I've been to California
So
and I
much
didn't see
crazy
any of
shit
that
goes
stuff
on.
when I
It's
was
like
I didn't
Florida,
see any of
honestly.
that. But
Well,
You know?
Gavin Newsom's the governor. What are you going to do, man? This is what he is.
Oh yeah, when you go to
We're going to have it all over the United States when he becomes president. Watch. People are going to vote him in, and they're going to go,
he's
we got
never gonna
shit
be-
maps everywhere now.
He's never gonna be president. I'll tell you that right now.
When you go to a store, you can pick up to $300. You can steal up to $300 worth of material and just go out without paying. I saw
Yeah,
so many
well,
videos of that in San Francisco.
They fixed
Well,
that
that's-
finally,
wow.
but
You know what?
yes,
That's
they were doing
you know
that.
what? That's happening here in Toronto. You'll get
Yeah.
about 10 people. They'll go into the local liquor store. they'll rob it right in broad daylight. They don't care if they're on camera or nothing. These migrants, they group in like 10 people. They go in and just take whatever they want.
Yep. And nobody's not doing anything.
And they're not doing anything. Like, it just happened like literally 2 minutes up the street from me at the LCBO. So
and taxpayers are paying for that.
Yeah. Yep. Right in broad daylight. No masks on, nothing.
They didn't fix that problem yet?
No,
did they fix that problem?
No, it's still going on. Like, they're even broad daylight. They're doing smash and grabs at the local jewelry stores in the big malls.
Oh, yeah.
Some big
What's
malls.
your carrying laws up there?
You can't
carry anything.
They protect burglars. You can't hit them. You can't shoot them.
Maybe I'm kind of surprised because it really I've never heard like rare cases in Texas that happens because of the carrying rights.
In Texas,
yeah, you don't fuck around in Texas with carry license. Yeah,
they would be all
Florida neither.
But here it's going on. Like the latest one just happened in Barrie, Ontario, at one of the malls. 5-6 guys go in with axes and tire irons, and they just smash all the windows for the jewelry and take all the jewelry and run out the store. Yeah, they did at Vaughan.
Maybe I should do that. I'm gonna go to Toronto, just pick up all the jewelry, leave, and then pay myself a trip somewhere.
Oh, Nathan had to go. Good night, Nathan.
Yeah.
Good night, Nathan.
Go where?
Oh, it's past his bedtime, probably.
Almost mine too.
Yeah, it's only 10:15 my time, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'll probably get going in a few minutes, but I wanted to hop on and just see you guys and catch up.
What's going on with your experiments, Ben?
So the experiments have kind of been put on hold because I got to prepare for the conference that's happening not this Saturday, but next Saturday. It's a meeting. Yeah, it's for the Water Tribe community. They're holding a meeting of the masterminds. And so there's going to be a bunch of people there like Ken Wheeler and Jordan Collin from Alchemical Science. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of people on the list for the website. I can put the website in the chat.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's going on.
Yeah, I'd be watching Ken Wheeler for sure if I was there.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently. Oh, comment has failed to. I might not be able to post it.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me see if I can break it up.
Yeah, I think there's going to be Energy Science and Technology Conference coming up. I believe it's either June or July. Aaron Mariconi is hosting it with Eric Dollard and a bunch of other guys, whoever's left, or they seem to be all dying off now. They lost Paul Babcock in the last 2 years, and all these old great inventors, they're all starting to die off, and Eric Dollard seems to be the oldest one right now that's still hanging around.
Yeah, it won't let me put the link in the chat, but it's worldwidewatertribe.com. So if you go to worldwidewatertribe.com,
you muted, Lulu.
I think that's it.
What was the name again? Worldwide?
Yeah, worldwidewatertribe.com.
Okay. So it's like WWT, WWT.
Yeah. And then you have to put in /landing-page. I don't know how to get to it from the website. Let me see if there's a link on the website. Hold on 1 second, so you don't have to do that. Because it won't let me put the link in the chat. You know what?
Sorry, I was trying to find my notes.
I'll just email you the link, Mike, and you can put it in the chat because it won't let me put it in the chat.
Yeah. All right.
Just put it in the private chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about the private chat.
Yeah.
1 second. But yeah, I'll put that in there. And we have a meeting, a private meeting this Saturday to prepare, and then next Saturday we're all gonna go live. I guess I'll be headlining. So that will be interesting. I've been practicing this whole week.
I posted the link there. Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
I'm the only one that can post links like that. So if you guys
Appreciate
have
it.
Links or whatever, send it, put it in the private chat, and then I can post it.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to step away. I had to get my nuts.
No, it's okay.
Cracker.
So yeah, it's Saturday. We're just gonna be going over. I'm gonna be going over my journey with the coil, some of the results of the experiments we've been doing, and the synthetic AC model that we've been developing to understand it all. So it'll be fun. But we're gonna have multiple ones. Like if you missed that one, I guess they're planning on having multiple ones, like 3 or 4 of them a year. And there's also like a in-person component that I don't think I'm gonna be able to make, but they have a whole, conference with vendors and stuff that you can visit in person. So that'd be interesting.
Cool. Is it going to be recorded?
Yeah, so I'm doing mine online, so it will be recorded. I'm not sure how it's all going to work, honestly, until we have our meeting Saturday. So tomorrow we're going to have the meeting with everybody private, and we're going to discuss all the, the organization and how it's going to go. But I'm assuming any in-person demonstrations are going to be recorded. It's supposed to. They're trying to make it they're trying to make it like the Cosmic Summit. So just like a conference full of and innovators and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it should be pretty fun.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm gonna start selling stuff so I can go back to Texas, Lulu, and we can go back to the conference. That would be funny.
I'll have to
Yeah.
go with you guys this time.
Yeah, the steakhouse was more fun, at the end of the day.
Yeah, the steak was pretty good.
Yeah.
How long
back
was the
just for the
conference when you
steak.
guys were out there?
2 days.
2 or
I
3
think.
days.
2
Yeah,
days? But it was like all day, like from like
Yeah.
9 to 5 or something?
Yeah, it was late. Yeah.
Wow.
Remember when Lockheed Martin, they were now right next to us and they were all creepy, they were watching us or something?
They're creeping.
That's
Lockheed Martin was creeping on Phil. They're like, hey, Phil, why don't you get us in on that infinite theory action? Or that
You don't
finite
understand.
theory.
Like I
They're
swear
like
to God, like the feeling there was like back like as if it was in high school. Like no, like I'm better than you. No, I'm better. Like all the companies like that. I like felt like a bunch of kids, but they're like adults.
A
And
bunch
I'm
of
just
clicks,
like,
yeah.
okay, so we were standing in line to talk to one of these departments, and this guy just like cuts and stands in front of me. And I'm like, nah, it's not gonna fly with me. So Phil's right there. He's like, like looking with the next thing, he wants to go. And so I pick a fight with this guy. I'm like, like, do you know that there was a line right here? We were talking, you can't just come in here. And he's like, do you know who I am? I'm like, I don't care who you are. Get back into the back of the line.
You don't give a crap who you are.
Swear to God. Like,
you know who I am? Yeah, you're an asshole.
but yeah, that was one of the things there. So it's that kind of type of people,
That's hilarious. That's so awesome, Lulu. That's a badass story right there.
Yeah, she's standing up to the military-industrial complex.
Seriously. That's not easy to do. They're
That's
intimidating
the
as fuck.
headquarters of
the bigger they are, the more I like, I'm not scared, because they're more scared than I am, so they're scared. They're scared of people, knowledgeable people. They don't
That's
know
true.
nothing. I swear on my life, how many conferences have I gone just in the past, I don't know, 5 years? At least more than 10. Okay. They don't know real science. They know just catchphrases, but they don't know how to discuss, when you start talking deeper into the science, they start to, oh, I gotta connect you with so and so. I gotta connect you with so and so. You need to call this person. You need to, the minute that you go deeper into the science. Money, they all know money, but science, very few of them, very few.
Yeah,
That's
I told you
unfortunate.
guys they don't master the science perfectly well. So they're that's why they're interested to hear new theories and stuff like that. But they spend like billions of dollars on the what's the thing the some wormhole research on Jack Sarfati and all that garbage because they're as confused as physicists are. They think physicists are very smart, but physicists, the mainstream physicists, they're very confused. They like it complex, but the truth is, nature is very simple. You know what you need?
That's true, Phil. That's true. They like to
Yeah.
paint the big. They like to paint this big complex picture and be like,
Yeah.
look at, I'm so impressive. I can build this complex model. When it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you have to invent different dimensions just to get your math to work
Exactly.
out, buddy.
Exactly.
Well, this is what I
And
noticed. Any of
they're
these
doing
great
the opposite of
ideas,
what needs to be done,
Yeah,
basically.
I agree.
any of these great ideas, they want to do a financial cycle to it. They want to have a scale system where they employ people to the point where these conferences happen. That's a financial system. It's a cycle. You have to employ these people. You have to pay these vendors. You have to, it's like a whole business on its own. So, but for them to justify, like instead of a person writing a paper and submitting it directly, to them, they won't accept it because, but then when they put it through that process, they might accept it. But which means you just part of whatever your grant you were going to make was that was funding that. Like the one I went to Dallas, the Department of Defense is funding that conference completely.
Yeah, the Department of Defense.
Yeah, the DoD. And so you wonder, like, the DoD gave money to the University of North Texas, the University of North Texas, like whatever its affiliates are, participated like commercially, and they funded that conference. But the original money came from the Department of Defense.
Some big scary letters there.
Oh my God! Like, if you want scary letters, man, I've got. Yeah, yeah, a
I'm
lot.
sure. I mean, because that comes with like probably people from the CIA were there and Homeland Security.
Ben, I think I get invited because I'm not scared of any of them. I think I have so much more that I know than they do. I get invited to these things. I swear on my life.
That's
Like, you just
good. Yeah.
like,
Well, knowledge is power in that instance.
yeah. I mean, I go and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this much, but guess what? I know this much and this, and I have these things written down. And I go there like already. I'm like, you want to see? You want to see? You know?
And to them, that's like currency too. So you can, like help Phil out with his funding and stuff like that. Like
He was busy. He was going to Hawaii. I told him you need to come to that one that I went to, but no, he had a
you
more
definitely
important.
need to get back into that fundraising niche.
Yeah, I did apply for some solicitation. I'm waiting to hear back. I did apply for SBIR, STTR program with Lockheed and Northrop Grumman.
Because
It might be faster. Might be
your
faster
theory,
with the
if
private
it's
sector.
right, your theory is if it's proven, it's significant, right? But it's going to take a little bit of money to model an experiment to prove
Yeah.
it, I believe.
Yeah, that's why I kind of I applied for the Lockheed Martin SBIR STTR program and Northrop Grumman because they can't take. I'm hoping they're gonna finance my project. They can take a piece of the revenue, the ROI if they want to. I don't care, but I'm expecting an answer in January, sometime in January. I applied in December, so I'm expecting an answer this month. So stay tuned, man. I might have great news this month.
That's exciting. I'm excited.
Yeah. Either that or they shoot me on the head, or either of the this.
Yeah. kind of form.
No, they haven't developed anything out of your theory yet. They need you.
Yeah, but I'm bringing not only anti-gravity, but again I'm bringing force fields and antimatter genesis. And force fields, I tested it already at low energy. I just need more energy to make it like useful. And the antimatter genesis, man, that's $1 trillion industry right there. You create few grams of antimatter, and you can make $1 trillion. You can resell it for trillions of dollars. So that's a huge industry, and it's very very simple to create antimatter. And
how long can you keep it though? How long does antimatter last? I know it has to be contained very specifically.
Well, you keep the electrons and the positrons in separate containers. You know, you can hold it as long as you have energy to the magnetic field to hold the positrons or the electrons.
So as long as you can keep them separated, it'll stay indefinitely.
Yeah.
But so they lied to us in that movie. Sorry? What was that movie? Dan Brown's, one of Dan Brown's movies. I forget what it was called. Where they had the antimatter and it was decaying and it was like, oh no, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah, but it can be freaking dangerous, you know. You can blow the whole solar system. You know, with you can blow the whole solar system, and so much for the humankind, you know. The human race.
So it was under exaggerated.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of energy, but if properly handled, then you can. I think we need to jumpstart the power in our vehicles, you know, and using antimatter we can do that, because using antimatter you can create force fields very easily. You can create anti-gravity. You know, fuel the whole city with just a few grams of antimatter. So that's very convenient, you know.
How about we don't give them ideas what they could do with it here, because it's a messy thing on the planet, but outside the planet for like interstellar travel and for, you know, propulsion faster than the speed of light and stuff like that, that would have way more benefit to humanity, you know, for its use than for us to use it on the planet, because the risk of it, you know, going sideways is great, you know.
Yeah, like North Korea can use it, and they're gonna plagiarize what we do and use it for their own benefit, you know.
Okay, this is what I think. If you're a scientist and you're able to, you know, create antimatter, would you really share it with the world? For real, would you share it knowing the possibilities of what it could happen? I wouldn't.
No, I'm not saying how to do it. I'm just saying I can do it. I know how to do it, but I'm not sharing it publicly.
You know what? I you know, if it were like me, I would trust myself, but I wouldn't trust anybody else, because you know, chances are they're going to be irresponsible with it and have various you know, intentions to use it in a negative way, which seems to be a very common trend with the human race right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think our brains are very. It's like you know, you had the prehistoric animals, and then you had the Neanderthals. Neanderthals did not survive, and then there was Cro-Magnon, and maybe it's the end of an era. Maybe we're not gonna survive. You know?
Well, I'll tell you right now, the most successful species to ever live on this planet were the dinosaurs. We're just a blip. We're just a blip in time compared to the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs had their reign for 250 million years.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Us, maybe 3,000 that we know of.
Yeah.
3,000 years. So we're nowhere close. If we last 250 million years on this planet, we'll be outright just incredible. That'd be like winning a lottery if we could
Yeah.
pull that off.
Yeah, good point.
What was their air quality? Wasn't it like more oxygen,
higher oxygen and higher CO2? That's why they were so large. I've been
more oxygen to pump you up.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it would.
I believe from what I understood was actually it was funny you mentioned that because I was watching some videos on it. They said oxygen was 35% higher than what it is today.
Oh yeah.
35% higher. So every breath you took must have felt pretty damn good because you were getting a lot of oxygen in your lungs. And
I have a question. Wouldn't you think like the lower the oxygen that surrounds our planet, the smaller the, I will say, the biological organisms or life it's going to become?
Well, that's what we're living right now. That's why
Yeah.
we're small. So back, say, 3,000 years ago, what was the oxygen percentage parts per billion at that time? Maybe that was the reason why there were Nephilim that they talk about in the Bible. Maybe.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
but let's talk scientifically. There was types of trees. Let's not talk about like that stuff, but like the the green stuff on the planet. They had different types of trees. Yeah, the enormous trees.
Yeah, American redwood. Like the American redwood today is still an enormous tree.
You had in Africa, like in the Middle East, and I think in the Orient, like there's those humongous, like gigantic trees.
You know what? I think that was part of the job of the Smithsonian to gather up these artifacts. Maybe some of the stuff was found like giant roots from an enormous tree. They were found, they were like petrified or whatever, like a fossil, like a dinosaur bone, and they hid all this stuff. Right? So, the Smithsonian is basically, they're a cover-up agent for ancient history because what they've taught us in school, there was definitely a part of history that they wanted to hide from us. So, that's probably the reason why the dinosaurs were as big as they were, is because the oxygen levels at that time on this planet were a lot higher, 35% higher.
Can you imagine being a mouse in the dinosaur prehistoric times? Can you imagine being bored and being born a mouse with all these giant animals? You just stepped on and you just die.
Well, look at us today.
I just watched the movie Ice Age.
Yeah. But like even today, if you compare our size to a common mouse, we're ginormous compared to a mouse. We're probably 500 times larger than they are.
Yeah.
Right. How about the fish in the sea?
Oh yeah,
I heard the prehistoric fish. They had the outer skeleton, that to protect them. Their organs were in the inside, but the skeleton was kind of shielding other animals from being eaten from other animals. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, we have animals like that today, like the lobster and the crab.
Yeah, exactly.
Their outer shell is their skeleton.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're designed for their environment. Nature has an amazing way of creating these creatures, and some of these creatures that live at the extreme depths of our planet, they're experiencing, I don't know, like 50 tons of pressure, and these biological beings could actually survive in that pressure. That's mind-boggling to me. how these
Yeah.
biological creatures can.
They got at some point they got some weird fish really deep in the abyss of the ocean.
Yeah.
There's no oxygen, and they feed off geysers. You know, they're geysers. They're
Yeah, the
geysers.
They're
anglerfish.
ugly things. I've seen those. They're like ugly
Yeah,
things. Yeah,
You
like
yeah,
fish
they're
for
really ugly.
anglers. You fish for anglerfish. You have to be careful because if you bring them up too fast, they literally implode because of the pressure difference.
Yeah. Yep.
Hmm.
They're totally incredible.
Yeah, it's insane. You're right. It's incredible how they can survive at such massive depths.
Yeah, like in the Mariana Trench there. You know,
There's got to be, there's got to be some big ass shit down there. You know, there has to be.
But that's to their advantage. Why are they living down there? You know, in deep high pressure, because they're protected at the same time. You know, no other fish can go there, and they cannot get eaten. You know.
That's true.
It's like us. It's like us versus outer space. You know, you can think of us like the fish living in that environment where we have to live in our environment. It's a completely different world, right?
Yeah.
They
It's
get
like
energy from other sources.
it's like look at our ancestors. Why would you want to live in Canada in -40 when we could have lived on the beach? Um, you know, at a nice temperature, because you know, I guess it's more dangerous with all the it was more dangerous back then with the jungle and the the the, the crocodiles, I guess, and all the weird animals. But um, you know, that's the thing. Nobody wants to live here, so that kind of protects us. You know what I mean? The same thing.
Yeah, that's yeah.
All the cartels and stuff like that, they invade the southern U.S. They don't invade Canada because it's too cold here.
We're not that bad. Yeah, but we get a good summer here.
Yeah.
We get 30-degree weather. We get everything here. We get all the seasons. You know, fall, we get winter, we get spring, we get summer, we get everything here. You name it. It's a
Yeah.
big smorgasbord. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain because it's great here. I love it downtown Montreal. It's I'm next to everything. I'm next to Saint Catherine with all the venues are, and I'm close to Old Montreal at the same time, close to the train station and the Congress Center and everything. So it's great.
Can you get to the North Pole from Canada?
Not really. You have to take a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you're a good swimmer.
Okay. But there's not. It doesn't become ice at a point where, like,
Yeah. The only ice access I've seen is going, say, through Yellowknife into, say, Alaska. There's a bunch of areas where, you know, I think it's like 6 months of the year that the truckers will go on flat ice and hop.
There you go.
From landmass to landmass just by this, you know, by the ice roads. They actually had a whole show there on Discovery Channel about that. So
I want to plan a trip to the North Pole. That would be fun. I think that would be fun. Yeah.
And dance with the polar bears and have a party with them.
Go explore the whole truth about the hollow Earth theory. Is it hollow or is it not? You know, that is the question. I mean, it would be interesting.
Well, you would probably go to Antarctica for that. That's where all the weird stuff's going on.
South?
Yeah, South Pole, Antarctica.
No. North Pole. South Pole is where the weirdos are. The North Pole is where the cool stuff happens.
They do experiments on the South Pole. You know, they have.
That's hilarious.
They blocked a lot of the South Pole out. You're not allowed to go there. It's all controlled by the military.
Yeah.
There's a couple.
They do these high energy particles experiments and stuff like that over there.
Yeah, neutrino science is being done.
Yeah, exactly.
North Pole. I still believe in Admiral E. Bird's, whole theory, whole story. I'm convinced 100% with that story.
Which one? Admiral Byrd?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the South Pole, dear.
That was in the North Pole.
No.
I read the diaries. It's
in Antarctica. It was in Antarctica. That's why they blocked it all off.
I have to reread it, but I could have sworn I remember it was the North Pole.
Reread it. It's the South Pole, Antarctica. Brought a ship fleet of 40 ships.
If it makes any difference, I always confuse the two.
North Pole is
it's the North Pole, man. It's the North Pole. There's no way. I know the story. Like I've read it. It's North Pole. Really? See, this is like the Mandela effect. I read it in one version, and then you guys are telling me something completely. Like it's like, okay, is there a glitch in time, or a glitch in information? I've read it all my life in one, and then all of a sudden, new information just appears out of somewhere. And
well, I can confidently tell you, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about sometimes.
I could have sworn on my life it was the North Pole. It wasn't the South Pole. Okay, you know what? I will find proof. I will find proof. I have to have somewhere printed it on paper or something like, a real documentation.
I asked Google. Admiral Richard E. Byrd famously flew over the South Pole, Antarctica, in 1929. A major milestone in polar exploration, claimed he had flown over the North Pole in 1926. So he did go to the North Pole, but the big story where he had all the weird stuff happen in 1929 was in Antarctica, in the South Pole.
Okay, maybe.
He died in 1957. Yeah, South Pole established American presence, commitment failed. Final trip occurring just before his death in 1957.
Yeah, I know a lot of people trying to sneak into the Antarctica, South Pole to get a glimpse of that hole. I'm not about to touch nobody's no-fly zone, that's for sure.
Yeah, get blown out of the air.
Yeah, seriously. They got that place on lockdown.
Yeah, and they have it on lockdown for what reason? That's the
right. Internationally, like all the major G7 countries are there.
Yeah, there's a peace treaty on that. Yeah.
So they care about your health. They don't want you to get too cold. That's
Yeah.
They're conserving the penguins.
Save the penguins. Save the penguins.
You hear about that guy who stole a penguin from the zoo?
No.
Apparently, there was a jungle in Antarctica before. They discovered a whole bunch of trees that looked like a jungle that was frozen.
Oh, like millions of years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's very possible there was a polar shift. Okay. The Earth shifted its axis. Everything flipped around. And Antarctica became like California or South America. It became a warm environment. So somewhere in the past, probably before humans came around, there was a time when Antarctica was in a tropical area because the pole shifting probably occurred and allowed this to happen. So probably what happened was when it flipped to its present day location, all that vegetation, all maybe the rivers and lakes and everything were all buried under this ice. And all these countries that are down there protecting this area are discovering that it was a tropical area at one point in Earth's history. So stuff like this, they want to conserve that. They don't want everybody to know this. because then it's going to prove that at some point in our near or distant future from now, this is going to occur again, where everything's going to flip.
But we already knew that. Everybody knows that the poles have like shifted, throughout the like millions of
I think
years.
there's more to it than that. I think they're doing black project science down there. I know they're working on neutrino science. I know they're working on energy weapons down there and a bunch of other things. So, and the other thing too is it's when you're in Antarctica, you can actually get through the Earth's atmosphere. So to launch a space vehicle from Antarctica is a lot easier, say from Florida. To get through the atmosphere and get into space takes a lot less energy if you launch a vehicle from Antarctica.
Interesting.
So that could be the access point to the military industrial complex and their secret space program. Maybe that's where they're launching from to get into space a lot easier. Theory. Take it for what it is.
Cool.
Hey, you forgot to say one thing at the beginning of your show, Mike.
Oh. Yeah.
You forgot to wish people Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah.
Happy New Year. Did you guys? I played with fireworks. This New Year's. Yeah, I blasted fireworks.
Well, they're almost like totally banned in my area now because people keep shooting each other with the fireworks and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It is.
It's not New Year's without fireworks.
Oh yeah, there's like 2 towns now in the Greater Toronto area that they're not allowed to use fireworks now because of the accidents. Yeah.
The hospitals
they keep on taking away all the fun things.
People keep doing stupid things. Go shoot their neighbor with a friggin' firework.
Yeah, we should blame these people because it breaks the fun. It's like people that abuse the system sometimes. They because of them there are laws, and then we can't do anything anymore because of all the abuse.
Yep. Yep.
I don't like the big fireworks. I like the small ones, like the little tanks and the tops that spin.
But yeah, I understand that. But before, we never had a problem with it. It's just after the last, say, 10 years, all this mass immigration into Canada. And then, Brampton, Ontario, the place that's notorious for stupid, they've totally banned fireworks because people are abusing it too much.
I blame TikTok for stupefying our new generation.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like even in my hometown, they canceled a couple of fireworks events because of all the issues.
I saw somewhere. We were talking about San Francisco earlier when Nathan was there, but I heard that immigrants they're crapping on the beaches in Ontario.
Yeah.
And they
What's going on with this world? What the heck? Seriously,
Yeah, all those stupid things that people do, are a lot of them are starting off as TikTok trends, like the laundry detergent pods, the detergent pod challenge or whatever.
Yeah, they eat Tide Pods because these days.
Because they saw it on TikTok. Yeah,
that's smart.
Now you understand why they go watch Bieber and Drake.
We have teachers at least in America, we have teachers complaining all the time now that not just 1 or 2 students are behind, 12-year-olds reading at a 4th grade level, but most of the class, can't read at a 7th grade level. They're at a 4th grade or a 3rd grade level. And
we're not preparing them properly for the commercial sector later down the road.
No,
the commercial sector.
I like
They,
this
they,
one.
they
This
go
one's
they go
great.
to interviews with their parents for crying out loud. Can you believe that?
Tight breath mints.
Like what
That's a
the
good one.
hell? They go to interviews with their parents.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, no, it's insane like what's happening. Like there's a really dumbing down of people right now, especially in the newer generations. They just
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna like the iPad kids. I don't know how they're
Yeah.
going to function.
Yeah, they're not going to function. Wait till they get in the real world. They're going to be freaking lost.
Yeah, I'm like really worried.
They
Like,
will function better than you and I ever will, but they won't have real social skills. They won't know how to
yeah,
fry an egg. They'll have a robot that can
right.
press a button for them that fries the egg for them. Everything is because they're gonna automate everything. It's that generation, everything they're gonna try to eliminate the human factor out of anything, even from
Mm.
planting plants to raising cattle or
You know what that reminds me of, Lulu?
mm,
There was a movie back, I think it was late 90s, early 2000s. The movie was called Gamer,
mm.
where the
Oh, I've seen that.
game actors become they're like real people, but they're actually in the video game being controlled by other people. And they show this big fat guy. He's sitting on his chair. He's so overweight he can't move, and he's just shoveling food in his mouth all the time. And it's going on his shirt and everything. He's the most disgusting human being. That's what the generation's going to be. They're going to be stuck on their chair playing video games, slobbering themselves with junk food and whatever into their mouth. You got to watch the movie. That movie there is kind of what I'm starting to see now. It's kind of really disturbing if we're going in that direction. It was 1999. It came out 2000. It was called Gamer.
Gamer and yeah, Idiocracy is also a good one that kind of shows some of that
and it's
too.
the same producer. What's that producer's name? I like his videography. Um, he did a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies. Um, I'm trying to remember the name of the producer of it, but his videography, especially in Gamer, I love the videography in that movie. It was awesome, really cool.
The yellow and the black and the Quentin
Just the way
Tarantino.
he'll do a
Yeah.
scene here and then do another scene simultaneously on the other side of the screen.
And
And
that
see
movie
the
made
two
my head
events
hurt,
happen.
like because of the the effect. Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, that was a really cool movie. But
It is, yeah.
but the direction of this virtual reality where people actually play out these video game characters. So in that movie they were using prisoners as the subjects that were actually being controlled by this brain control that they had going on, AI. All this kind of ties into it, so it's kind of freaking me out a little bit because I'm seeing some of that stuff come real. um, yeah. We're coming up to the end of the show, everybody. So, yeah, I'd like to thank our panel. Ben, good to see you again. And Lulu and Philip and Nathan. Wish everybody a happy new year. And we'll see everybody next Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. And don't forget to check out Ben's channel at Benefactor. What is it, Benefactor TV, you call it now?
Oh, Beneficence TV. Yeah.
Yeah. And Finite Theory, Philip's channel, and my channel, Fair Day Research. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see everybody next week.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yeah,
New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, take care.